So today, we're diving into one of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries. We're talking about a single, sealed door in an ancient temple in India. Here's the thing. It has no visible lock, and it's said to be guarded by a curse so powerful that for centuries, absolutely no one has dared to force it open.
But what if the lock isn't physical at all? The legend says this door was sealed, not with bolts, not with latches, but with sound waves. From a secret mantra, a chant that's now been lost to time. Let's get into it.
Okay, so our story takes us to the ancient Sri Padmama Swami temple in Kerala, India. For literally centuries, 6 massive vaults have been hidden deep beneath its main sanctuary. But one of them, known as Vault B, well, it's unlike any other.
Now, first things first, let's just cut through all the noise on the internet. You've probably seen this wild-looking image online, right? The one with dragons and all these fancy crests. Well, that's just digital art. The real door is much simpler and honestly, way more intimidating. It's just a solid, unyielding iron wall, and the only thing on it are the carvings of 2 huge cobras. It's a clear warning. Stay out.
And this thing presents a huge puzzle. The temple itself was renovated back in the 16th century, but parts of it are way older than that. And this door, with absolutely no visible mechanism, is located in the most sacred part of the entire temple. Those cobra carvings, they're not just for decoration, they're a really powerful symbol of protection.
So, you might be asking, why is everyone so obsessed with this one door? Well, to understand that, we have to look at what they found literally right next to it. Back in 2011, a petition was filed asking for more transparency in how the temple was managed, and that led to a historic order from India's Supreme Court.
The court ordered that 5 of the other 6 vaults had to be opened and inventoried. And what they found inside was just staggering. An initial, and I mean very conservative, estimate valued the treasure at $22 billion. But believe me, that number doesn't even begin to tell the whole story.
Yeah, this was not just a pile of gold bars. This was like a time capsule of global history. We're talking a solid gold idol 4 feet tall and studded with diamonds, an 18-foot-long solid gold chain, and get this, ancient coins all the way from the Roman Empire. These treasures were offerings that had piled up over millennia from all these different Indian dynasties and global traders who were drawn to this legendary spice coast. It really proved the temple's old nickname, the Golden Temple.
So, once you factor in the antique and the cultural value, some experts think the total worth could be as high as $1 trillion. And if this unimaginable wealth was in the vaults they could open, the question that just haunts everyone is, what could possibly be behind the one they can't? And this is where the physical mystery really transforms into a metaphysical one. See, the reason nobody has just taken a drill to this door is deeply rooted in the powerful beliefs that surround it.
According to the temple's lore, the door is sealed by something called a Naga Bandham, which basically means the snake bind. It's a concept from these ancient Hindu traditions. The belief is that these incredibly powerful sages, way back in the 16th century, used the sound vibrations from a specific mantra to magically seal the chamber, making it impossible to open with any physical force.
And just like a sound locked it, only a sound can unlock it. The counterspell is said to be something called the Garuda mantra. Now, in Hindu mythology, Garuda is this divine eagle, the natural enemy of serpents. So the idea is that chanting this mantra with the perfect intonation would neutralize the snake bind and just cause the door to swing open on its own. The problem? No one alive today is believed to actually know this sacred chant.
And this powerful warning from Vedic astrologers and the temple priests, this really gets to the heart of the fear. For them, it's not just about breaking a door. It's about upsetting some kind of cosmic balance. They truly believe that forcing it open with modern tools would unleash an unimaginable disaster.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. It's reinforced by stories that have been passed down for generations. There's a guidebook from 1933 that tells a story about an attempt in the early 20th century that ended with explorers fleeing a nest of cobras. And more recently, the sudden death of the very man who started the whole court case. Well, to many locals, that was seen as proof that the curse is very, very real.
Okay, so with all of these legends and curses swirling around, what actually happened when a modern court-appointed team tried to get inside Vault B? Did they come face to face with a supernatural curse, or something else entirely?
The attempt revealed it wasn't just a single door. First, the team got through a metal grill. Okay, easy enough. Then they opened a second, really sturdy wooden door.
But behind that, they found it, the final barrier, the solid iron door with the cobra carvings. It did have an ancient, 3-lever lock on it, but it was completely rusted over and jammed shut.
So just as the committee was getting ready to bring in cutting torches and, more serious equipment, the whole attempt was stopped. But not by a swarm of snakes or some divine catastrophe. Nope, it was stopped by a very modern legal document, a Supreme Court injunction. It was filed by the Travancore royal family, who are the historic custodians of the temple, and they argued that forcing the door open would be a grave violation of their sacred tradition.
And that legal challenge is what created the standoff that we're still in today. The door remains shut, not just because of an ancient legend, but because of a very modern conflict between these deeply held beliefs and the desire for historical truth.
And this really gets to the core of it, these two powerful forces pushing against each other. On one side, you have the royal family and devout followers, who see opening this vault as a terrible act of desecration. And on the other side, you have historians and secular groups who argue that the contents are part of our shared human heritage and should be documented, protected, and maybe even used for the public good.
After years of legal battles, the highest court in India finally made its decision. Citing those deep religious sentiments, they sided with tradition. The court upheld the royal family's role in managing the temple and refused to order Vault B to be opened. So for now, the mystery is legally protected.
And so, the Forgotten Door remains this incredibly powerful symbol. It represents one of those rare moments where the modern world, with all of its technology and all of its legal power, has just stopped dead in its tracks at the threshold of the sacred and the unknown. And it leaves us all with a pretty fundamental question. Is some knowledge best left undiscovered, or does all of history belong to everyone?